As the anti-terrorism police unit concludes investigations into the terror attack that claimed the lives of 21 people. The 6 suspects, including a Canadian citizen, were arraigned before Senior Principal Magistrate Martha Mutuku on Friday and are believed to have aided the terrorists in one way or another. Akisa Wandera with more.
The 6 suspects are taxi drivers Joel Nganga Wainaina and Oliver Kanyago Muthe, Gladys Kari Justus, who's an M-Pesa agent in Maua, Meru County, Gulaid Abdi Hakim, a Canadian citizen, Osma Ibrahim, and Hussein Mohammed, who was arrested in Mandera. They are all believed to have facilitated the 5 attackers who unleashed terror on the 15th of January, killing 21 people and injuring several others. According to the prosecution, the 2 taxi drivers facilitated the attackers' movement within the city. They also told the court that the lady in custody was an M-Pesa agent who sent the attackers money on several occasions.
Your Honor, the 30 days are within the legal limits, as my colleague had pointed out.
According to the prosecution, the 2 taxi drivers, Joel Nganga and Oliver Kanyago, facilitated the attackers' movement within the city. They also told the court that the lady in custody, Gladys Kari Justus, was an M-Pesa agent who sent the attackers money on several occasions. Another suspect is said to have been seen in surveillance footage reviewed by investigators talking to one of the attackers at the Dusit D2 hotel. In an affidavit filed in court, Inspector Monica Gidaiga, the investigating officer, revealed that several gadgets were recovered from motor vehicle registration number KCN 340E, which the attackers are believed to have used in the execution of the attack. According to the affidavit, the items recovered in the vehicle include 2 mobile phones and only 1 SIM card. The police also recovered an extensively damaged laptop.
Submissions applicable to all the other respondents also applicable to his case. Therefore, we request to pray this court to grant us 30 days so that the police may exhaustively carry out the investigations.
Senior Principal Magistrate Martha Mutuku granted the prosecution's request to hold the suspects for another month, directing that the suspects be detained at any station within Nairobi. The respondents are being investigated for several terrorism and related offences, including conspiracy to commit a terrorist act, provision of property and services for commission of terrorist act, and membership of a terrorist group contrary to the law. The case will be mentioned on the 18th of February 2019. Akisa Wandera, KTN News.
Now, of course, as a reaction to the unfortunate attack and being a conversation that has continued over time, now private security guards of specific cadres will now possess firearms while in their line of duty. According to the Director General of Private Security Regulatory Authority, Fazul Mohammed, the security guards will undergo an intensified training in the coming weeks. This is in an effort to equip them to be able to tackle attacks such as the Tuesday's terror attack at the 14 Riverside Drive, which unfortunately claimed the lives of 21.
You are used to seeing them at various public places, and they inspect you, your car, and your other belongings. But every so often, whenever there is an attack at any of those places, they are usually the first to encounter the attackers or terrorists. Now, many usually ask, how do you fight a person with a firearm, where else you only have a button as your weapon? However, now in a few months that should come to an end if the words of Fazul Mohammed, the Director General Private Security Regulatory Authority, are anything to go by.
And the people who we are going to issue firearms to, they will be for specific purpose and for specific assignment. That includes those officers who guard, who provide security for key installations, especially where there is a lot of human traffic.
However, those guards will have to undergo intensive weeks of training.
Okay. No, what you do?
Now, the smile on their faces is also because Fazul's basket came with other goodies.
A very conservative estimate of your minimum wage, the extra hours that you work, and your housing allowance. And if we are going to issue you with a gun, we are also going to give you a responsibility allowance. Will come to almost 27,000 shillings. That will be the minimum wage that any security guard should be paid.
And now for the approximately 500,000 guards countrywide, the future looks bright.
We are properly trained and we are given the basic knowledge that is required to handle these firearms. Actually, we are going to protect our country, we are going to protect our citizens, and the cases of terrorism and these uhalifu wowote will be reduced at a very great percentage.
The issuance of firearms to specific cadres of the private security officers is definitely aimed at averting attacks such as that witnessed Tuesday at the 14 Riverside Drive and protecting the security officers as they protect you and I. To a different county.